I think most people might jump onto my end of it just because it's Twitch and it goes through a lot quicker, especially when they're asking something.
Well, not if I get my stream up first. Like cunts.
I'll have to try and find out what the weather's got to be like as well.
Anyone not viewing me will receive a race ban.
It's just what people prefer to use, isn't it? Like, I prefer to watch through Twitch. I don't really like watching the YouTube thing. I don't know why. YouTube always seems to be a little bit behind, I think. Right, so the stream is live. See what I mean? There's hardly any delay.
You sure about that?
No, there's always got to be a bit of delay because it's a stream that's from 90 years. Mine comes through a lot quicker. Just because it'd be
How do I share the stream link on YouTube? I haven't figured that one out.
I don't actually know, mate. I've never tried, so. Wait, we just
share my
channel.
I have to share my channel.
Yeah, that's one
okay.
bad.
I used to know how to share my channel.
Restreams everywhere. You say this is group 2, innit?
Group 2, yeah.
Do they have their own, like, tag here to do? From myself and Oliver. Why does it not want me to tag you? Oh my god. It's not want me to tag you.
Who is Jerry there?
Hmm?
Some guy called Jerry Veer's just joined.
Oh, where's me doing this stream already? Yeah, maybe it's the F2 week, the Wednesday one.
Lady, give me a view, mate. Get on my channel, you cunt.
It's the one that James, Neve, Balls and Rose run. Sweet, I don't even know what drivers are waiting on, to be honest. So. Let's see who we have in here anyway.
Total Peas is one of them. Yeah, he said he'll be here at exactly 2 minutes before the race starts, so that's interesting.
Big Balls. Mate, just going by the top 3 names that I can see here, this is going to be a mad race. We also have...
It's actually hard to pull a gap, even if you've got pace, so should be interesting.
Emerson's there, obviously James is there, Claude's here, Foster's here. Didoosh.
My money's on this Jerry Veer.
Oh, there's quite a few Dutch guys in here actually, the 3 are Dutch. We've got the one American, MX by himself.
As usual. I wonder if he's done his house chores today.
Me and Bruce are just doing the comms for tonight with this, so you know what I'm like in F2 cars, mate. It doesn't really go well, so.
I'm just here to keep Jamie company.
Yep. Quick question: when they're going around the track, Bruce, do you know the names of the cars?
Nope.
Yeah, me no.
A car's a car, mate. They'll have to deal with it.
I forget. The only one I recognise is like obviously the BWT Racing Point and...
Yeah, that's the standout one, isn't it?
And maybe the Prima one as well.
Is Carlin the Red Bull one? Or is that Chiros?
Actually. I think it's one of the two. I think it's the Carlin one though. The colour on the thingy seems to be similar.
I'm assuming Prima is something to do with Ferrari. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, because Prima was Mick Schumacher's car, wasn't it? So that makes sense. I don't know, man, I don't really follow the F2, like, I watch it, I just don't really... Say I watch it. I have it on in the background, I don't really pay fucking attention to it.
I've never watched an F2 race in my life.
It's actually made it interesting to watch than actually racing, by the way, like on the game. They make it look more interesting in real life than it is on the game. Not that any of you guys are not interesting. It's just, oh, I just went noticed that I actually have, there's a Scottish guy in here tonight, Jamie Robertson.
Right, these guys are all getting race bans next season. I've got no viewers.
Yes, we also see Total Peas and Kenny have now joined the lobby.
Oh, I've got 2 views. I'm happy now.
Links, mate, there's no chance of me remembering the teams, honestly. I've got the memory span of fucking Goldfish, so... And Bruce is a lot worse. Bruce is like the size of a peanut.
Yeah. I'll just agree today. It's probably smaller than that, to be fair. I've had about 5 hours sleep, so it's shrunk.
So, going by the last 2 race results, Bruce, right? And not being biased towards any driver, who do you think may pick up the win here tonight? In the feature race?
Well, I would have went for Total Peas, but obviously with Emerson joining Group 2 tonight, it'll be close between them two.
Also having MX here as well. To be fair, I think if you have pace and the F2 cars, then you'll be finished. You have a chance, I think.
Yeah. I think around Austria you do have half a chance as well if you get caught in the DRS train. Like it will come down to strategy.
Oh, that's actually got to be a big part here, yeah. So have a look, we just have MESC Harvey is just turned up as well. So that will be the 17th driver. Jerry Veer, if you're on the stream or anything, you need to choose your car. Link's just made a good point in the stream there. There's got to be some confusion with the Uni Virtuosos, or how you pronounce them, because one's yellow and the other one's red. We see all the drivers starting to ready up. Quite a few of the drivers. And the two of the 3 Dutch guys here tonight are actually teammates as well. So that's going to be fun, and it is one-shot qualifying.
Yeah, commentator's worst nightmare.
Pretty much, it's so hard to keep up. You just pick someone and you stay with them.
I'll go Emerson, you go Total Peas?
As Total Peas is leading the championship, yeah, I'll jump from Total Peas.
No, look, now they'll both invalidate and start last.
It's just got to be trying to jump up to them when they're actually on the track, because it's a pain in the ass. feel sorry to talk that it's been ages since I've done comms. And Bruce is breaking his virginity. We're just waiting for a couple of drivers to... Yeah. I think that's the main issue for me in F2 cars. Like, I don't know what kind of setup to put on. The first time they came out in the game, I put on an F1 setup and it did not work. We've got him here. Where's top keys? I'm going to jump on top keys.
Oh my god, that whole order's just changed. Where's
and Total Peace has went off track.
Emerson's...
Peace, if you're watching this and you did that on purpose, I hate you. Emerson's just left the server, the session, isn't he? He should be able to get back in.
Kenny.
I'm trying to catch up with big balls here. It takes so long going through these people. Is it hell sort out? This as well, like you see, everybody's using the same compound except for Lynx, Four-Star and D-Rouge. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong.
I assume the strategy is either super softs or softs.
Yeah, I don't think it really matter. I don't even know what. So the super softs are gonna have to pit first.
Whoa! Yeah. Kenny's just lost it.
I just see
Kenny
losing it, and Martins has also been disqualified, and Emerson has rejoined the session. So we actually see Jay Williams pick up pole with a 113.4, Big Balls in P2, Ian in P3, Cort in P4, Lynx P5, MX P6, Jamie Robertson P7, Dan P8, Vintage P9, Jerry P10, Forcer 11, DeRouge 12, Martins 13, Harvey 14th, Total Peace 15th, Kenny 16th, and for some reason it does not show Emerson's name on this here.
I think he left the session before qualifying started. So
he was hoping it throws him into a car, because he did have a car chosen when he came in. So we might actually see Emerson at the back here as we also see Harvey leaving the session here. Hopefully he'll be able to get back in time and not lose too much time to anyone.
James usually does send out 2 or 3 invites.
If any of the guys need an invite and we have them on our friends list, just let us know and we can invite you as well. And it's
my god. This is going to be interesting.
The drivers what the weather was going to be like, but we already know, so this has just made this race even more interesting.
If Singapore's anything to go by, this is going to be great. I'm just glad I'm not in it this time.
Yeah, I'm actually really happy I'm not in this race. I would be going straight into the pits and retiring.
I can't even do Austria on F1 cars, never mind F2.
Yeah. As we actually see Emerson lose connection again. Now, I have Emerson on my friends list, so...
5 lights.
Let's go. Emerson has actually went on an arcade. So, as I said, there was a really slow start there by someone. I
Williams has pulled away. A McLaren.
A Ferrari going on.
Was it a Ferrari?
Ferrari, yeah.
It was.
I didn't even mean to say Ferrari. I'm so used to saying Ferrari.
I know John Williams looks like he's in a Renault. Good start for Ian as well, jumping up to second. Bit of contact with Jamie Robertson going into the hairpin. Relatively clean. A little
bit touch there by Total P's on Vintage. And it looks like Jamie Robertson's actually lost the car here and he's actually managed to take out Vintage with him.
He spins.
Very unfortunate that. I'm trying to see the tyres here, right, so everyone is on full weight, so it is full weight.
Total Peas is already up to third. My god,
Total
this
Peas
guy
is
is
made on
fast.
12 positions. We see Dan also making up 4 positions here. Big Balls has managed to lose
Contact.
3 at the start.
MX has spun. I think it's Daruge and MX coming together there.
So there is also someone else. I'm going to have to change it to TV pod. You can't see anything in broadcast.
Yeah, I've just remembered to put all the settings on.
As Jay Williams here obviously had the pole, so he managed to get into that turn 1 without really any incident. But unfortunately for James, he is going to be getting followed by Ian and Total Peas, both very fast drivers.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Total Peas now.
I was just sitting on board with them as well there. As we actually see Dan and Big Balls here fighting for 4th and 5th. Having a lot of bit of contact between the both of them here. Big Balls should have this line into the next corner.
Yeah, I think Dan just backed out of that.
Dan definitely backed out of that. And we actually see Total Peas
what's happened to James?
the lead here. What happened? James may have lost it coming out of that turn there. That's also went through Ian and Big Balls here.
Total Peas is flying already.
So going by experience of these cars are very hard to drive. Very hard to keep on the track as well, never mind with the weather.
Looks like James has recovered. Doesn't seem to have damage.
See Total Peas picking up the fastest lap at 125.7. We see MX and Martins here having a little bit of a fight on the main straight. Martin's looking to go up the inside here, he's got back out of this at the last second. As he nearly loses the rear end as well. We'll also see Jamie Robertson here sitting in P13 right now. He managed to overtake, I think it was Forster, as you see Lawrence in the pits. He is changing, getting a wing change here, and the pit stop is taken forever. I think personally for me that's one of the things I don't like about the F2.
Yeah, the pit stops so
It's how long the pit stops take.
Total Peas already leads by 2 seconds.
As James is asking for an invite on the stream here. But it looks like he's driving. I'm going to send him one anyway. As I try and find them. So hopefully that doesn't put him off. Because it looks like he is in the car.
Yeah, he is.
So we've got to jump on board here. I'm looking at the intervals here and there's not really anybody. Oh, Derouge and Martins are quite close actually here. And as we were talking about, these races can be kind of boring, especially with no DRS here. We obviously have full wets and there is no DRS. So this has really got to come down to the drivers. As
looking at
David
a move.
Robertson, oh my god, it doesn't even look like he can brake here. That was actually a really nice move by Derouge.
Nice move down the inside.
On his fellow Dutchman. Jamie Robertson actually picked up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane just before that as well.
Oh, Martin's fought better.
So,
back at him.
that's not going to help him. But with no DRS involved in this race, this has purely got to come down to the drivers. As we jump on board here with Big Balls as he's still chasing down Ian MC. See Total Peas has managed to build a gap of 4 seconds already. and a new fastest lap of a 124 flat. Actually, the man, the myth, the legend who actually got pole position here has currently dropped down to P7. James would have not wanted to see the race here, rain, sorry. As Kenny also comes up the inside and Kenny's lost the car. It was a nice recovery by Kenny. He has got to lose out on another 2 positions here. As he struggles to get the car under control, he seems to got it now. But he does have MUFC Harvey now chasing him as well. We've got to see quite a few spins in this race, I would imagine. I would love to know what happened to Lynx off the start. I think Lynx actually runs no traction control.
I think there was contact as well.
So there maybe a bit of contact as well. As we see Jamie Robertson actually picking up another 5-second penalty.
Yeah, he's retired.
And now he has retired too.
Shouldn't give up this early, there could be a safety car.
I mean, I think you see mostly see. I think James Robertson's actually doing what I would probably do. Is I don't really like the rain.
Oh, the rain's going wide,
So obviously we've got to see most of these guys. So right now, obviously they.
Oh, Martins has spun. He was trying to keep up with Jerry.
Is that one the last turn now?
Yeah, just on the exit. Kenny looking at Jerry now.
That curb on the exit of that turn there is not a very nice one, even when it's dry. As we see, David actually picking up the first penalty, multiple warnings penalty of the drivers here.
Nice move there by Kenny into the hairpin. Oh, he loses the rear end on the exit.
Board here, as does Jerry as well. As
Jerry's got slight more
coming down to, I think this is turn 4, isn't it? I don't actually know.
10-4, yeah.
Both drivers giving each other loads of space.
Kenny,
as Kenny's lost the car again. Kenny's definitely not enjoying his time in this car right now.
He's going ice skating.
Who could blame him? I mean, you're sitting here laughing, but we already know, like, we wouldn't want to be in this position, so...
It makes a change.
I mean, the one change here from this race and the Singapore race is up to the Singapore race, and if you spin, you are going into a wall. As we see Kenny run very far wide there, and my interval times are non-existent right now, except for on Jerry and Kenny. Which is kind of off-putting. See MX still chasing down no Fandango.
Yeah, I'm only getting intervals from 8 to 12.
Yeah, so it usually does this. Actually, if I try and not even changing it to leader, and that doesn't help it.
It's just nobody.
We actually see Martin's jumping into the pits as well, but he's just been released there. Not sure if he maybe had some wind damage. The Lynx will actually take that position now. I'm still only getting people 8 and down here, so I can't really tell.
Top please with another festive slip. This guy is just
23.9.
It's just on another level, isn't he? Oh, he's lost it. Very lucky to avoid the wall there.
Was that total piece?
Yeah.
I can switch that and now we're starting to get a little here. So yeah, there's not really any drivers that close to each other right now. Everyone is at least 2 seconds apart.
I'm
Quite usually in commentary when the leader's putting in this much work, you don't usually watch them, so we will stay involved in total P's until someone gets a lot closer here. Give them some screen time.
Big Balls is slowly catching Ian. Oh, it's gone back up now.
Am I right? I think I'm right in thinking that if you're on the wet tyre, you don't actually need to do a pit stop.
No.
So could we see maybe Total P's take these right to the end? I wonder. You know, so if this did finish in this position here, Total P's would be starting 8th in the sprint race. And if memory serves me correctly, he's actually took full points from the previous 2 races as well. So he's put in a dominant performance so far. As we actually see Kenny is actually catching up to Jerry here. 1.4 of distance here. Same with MX and Big Balls really as well. Kenny currently made up 7 positions so far. As he actually loses the back end again a lot. I'm just going to stop watching Kenny. I feel like we're giving him bad luck, you know. It's every time we switch to him he seems to lose like the back end of the car or spins or something. I feel really bad. But I've jumped on board here with MX actually, because he's actually catching up to Dan here. And Total P's again with the fastest lap ever, 1:23.8.
That guy is just doing time trial out in front now. He's literally setting quali laps.
We need to give this guy a piss test at the end of this race. I want whatever you've been drinking, please.
Oh, Big Balls pitted.
Big Balls has decided to pit, yeah. Oh, it's just for a fresh set of tyres here. If I'm right in thinking, he lost the back end a couple of times, so his rears might have been a little bit too fucked, so to speak.
Say that it is.
But I actually see Kenny, who also went in the pits. Kenny also sped in the pit lane as well, so I think he may be serving that 5 seconds.
Just watching Big Balls now, trying to take
He's
over Jerry.
Kenny's getting really close to the pit wall here. And I'm about to come off him now, probably looking to put him off.
Coming into turn 4, will he make it?
MX has actually took a spin, and that is like Jay Williams through here. I can't believe I missed that. I was watching MX before I started switching to Big Balls.
Yeah, Big Balls is right on Jerry's gearbox.
Total P does a 1:23.5, 3/10 faster than the previous lap. And he is now managed over about an 11-second lead over
bit of
Ian.
contact.
Ian has went to the pits, and so has Dan as well by the looks of it.
Yeah, I think Jerry's pitting as well.
Yeah, so Clor actually finds himself in P2 behind P's, but he's currently nearly 14 seconds behind here. MX has now found his way up to P4 with the guys at the pit. As we also see Forster jumping into the pits as well. Rather quick look at his pit stop just to make sure it's just tyres and not a wing. It looks like it's just tyres. It will be just tyres. So it looks like he's had a clean race so far.
That moves Kenny up to P9. Oh, Jerry's only just coming out of pits now.
As Jerry and actually vintage a real close here, wheel by wheel. Coming into turn 2 or turn 3 for some people, depending on the way you look at it. and Jerry has got to keep that position. Vinter's gave him all the space in the world.
123.3 now from total P's.
There's something wrong with that, guys. I'm going to have a quick look at the penalties actually. So we see Derouge sitting on 3 seconds, we've got Martin sitting on 6 seconds, and we have Kenny sitting on 5 seconds, which was for spinning the pit lane. So if Kenny does decide to pit again at some point, he will take that. As we actually see Jay Williams now take P2 as Claude jumped into the pits, I believe. Yes, he did. And we also see MX, the Yank of all Yanks, in P3.
The Texan Lizard.
Ian dropping down. Ian's currently at P4, but Ian did pit, so you would expect Ian to try and make up his positions.
Total P's is on for another faster lap. It's at 2 purple sectors.
He's currently 3 tenths up on his front lap. What the hell is going on? This is going to be a fast lap. And he sets a 123 flat. This guy is insane. Right now, although most of the drivers here have actually made pit stops, total P's finds himself 33 seconds, sorry, in front of Jack Williams.
That is catching on Jack Williams.
As we also have Ian at the back of the MX as well. This would be even more interesting if there was actually DRS involved. I don't really know what to say about Total P's, like we can't really watch him, he's so far ahead. All the drivers behind will be hoping that he has some bad luck. As MX is looking to go up the inside of Jay Williams here at the hairpin. And he's actually managed to do it. No, Jay Williams just got the switch back. But that's managed to make Ian's actually managed to pull right up here alongside them as well. And this corner is going to be interesting. There's a little bit of squeezing going on. MX has managed to take that
also looking to get through. Nice move there from here.
He's got through, yeah. I think actually James let him through there. I don't think James wanted to fight that.
On the fresher tyres having pitted.
I don't know, do you view this on broadcast or TV pod?
Yeah, I'm on TV pod now.
It's so much easier, isn't it? James runs a little bit wide there, but he looks okay. As we actually see Big Balls also up the inside of James here. Got to be able to get this move done, as it seems like James may have backed off just a little bit there. Oh no, he has.
James is going for a switchback, doesn't have the grip.
So I'm going to jump on board with James, although Ian is getting really close to MX here.
Oh my god, Big Balls is glitching on my screen, that gearbox thing. It sounds so horrible.
It's fine on mine. Actually, no, it's not. It's every time you change his gears, it does it a little bit better. Yeah. As we see Lynx picking up a 3-second penalty here. As James loses his car a little bit into that on the exit of that turn there, so he's lost a little bit of time to Big Balls, but not a lot, because he does have MX and Ian fighting in front, which will hold up Big Balls for him. Right now we actually see Total P's with a 38-second lead over MX, and that is going to keep on growing as MX and Ian are fighting for position. And I think we might see a move here made by Ian on the inside. And he is going for it. Yeah, he's going for it. I don't blame him there.
Oh, MX has fought it though.
And Big Balls
has got through
at the same time.
And He might take MX as well. Go into turn 3.
Can we just add the admins, ask the admins a little silly? Can you just make it raining all the time? Because it's so much more interesting. If Big Ball's actually managed to get past MX as well. So we actually see here, it looks like Total P's went for a pit, Total P did go for a pit stop. Can't see Link's going to be getting lapped by Total P's here. Link's doing the right thing as well, even though he's ghosted, the ghost can be a little bit distracting for some drivers, so you got right out of the way. Jump back on board here with Ian as he's still looking to get past MX here, and he does. MX is in. Yeah, MX is definitely going into the pits here. So we will see Ian take back that P3, and he will be looking to take back his P2, as he was in P2 when he took his pit stop. So right now I'd say out the pit stop strategies, I would actually say that Big Balls has actually worked out a lot better.
Well, Big Balls is on 2 warnings and Ian is on just the 1. So 1 more warning from Big Balls and he picks up a penalty.
Yeah, which is great because we know that because the drivers don't. It would be cool to see that actually brought into the game though, where Jeff actually tells you even if the drivers are on warnings. Because that could be the difference between you pushing and just staying back.
No Van Dam has got himself up to 4.
What position was he in? What position did he actually start in? So he actually started
he's been quite under the radar, hasn't he?
As Total B says, fastest lap at 1:22.1. Can we just ban this guy, please? That is insane. Since I don't really want to switch to Kenny, just because of what's been happening, but Kenny has actually made up 10 positions still here. Even despite some of his
Kenny's got 8 seconds worth of penalties as well.
Yeah, and one of them is speaking in the pit lane, and he does actually have. Oh, I keep forgetting Kenny's
he's
actually
just picked up
American.
another.
He runs it. That seems to be the same corner where he keeps on doing it as well. And the 2 Americans here, Kenny and MX, are very close. I keep on forgetting Kenny's American. You don't hear him speak that much when you're in a party with him. So you forget. Unfortunately for us and everyone else, MX doesn't shut up in a party. But they still love him. As Kenny loses the front end just a little bit there. As Total P's actually picks up a warning here, a penalty, sorry, which you don't see that often from P's. And he still manages to set the fastest lap again.
Well, we won't count that lap.
So not even a warning can stop this guy. Kenny runs actually a little bit wide here into the gravel, it looks like, and that's allowed MX to actually get past him.
He'll be chasing down now.
Yeah, he's got to be chasing down Claude here as Claude is currently chasing down Dan.
Oh, Ian's got past Big Balls.
And when did that happen?
No idea.
It always seems to happen when you're watching another battle on your courses. I actually see MX pick up a 3-second time penalty there. I think that's 6 seconds for MX now.
There's a battle of the Dutchmen going on between Jerry and Daruge.
These guys have actually been at it most of the race. Yeah, we're jumping on board here with them as well. But I'm going to jump on board really quick with Foster as he's looking to do an overtake on Harvey here going into turn 1. Harvey seemed to brake a little bit earlier, which allowed Foster to come through. Harvey was right up his gearbox there as well. He's got to be looking to try and get past here at turn 2. As you see, Toby's setting off fast lap, that one's left. As both drivers navigate through here, Forza managing to keep that position, and we actually see Martin on the exit of turn 2 or 3, whatever you call it. He is span here, and I'm not entirely sure why, but Martin is sitting on a pair of super softs.
And that's why he's span.
I'm not entirely sure why he done this, did he?
No.
He's pitted a couple of times, I think he's run out of tyres. And he has got to struggle for the rest of this lap and a half that he has left to do. Or he's just really hoping that Total P's actually...
oh my god, Total P's is starting to live a fastest lap.
Yeah, I think we've got to stay on board here now with Total P's. There's not really many fights going on anymore. Except for Derouge and Jerry, but they're not super close yet. As we actually see Forcer overtake MUSC Harvey, and then Harvey actually takes it back.
21.6.
I'm actually getting sick of saying Total P's is getting another fastest lap, you know. I think we've said that about 10 times already.
He's been doing it since lap 2.
So Total P's has actually managed to lap Martin's now, so Martin does not have to do the extra lap that he would have to do here, which he will be happy about. If I'm right in thinking Total P's will start 8th, that means that Ian's got to start 7th with ball 6. Yeah. So currently right now, Derouge is actually in a really good spot here, sitting in 8th, because he will start P1 in the sprint race. With Kenny and MX right next to him. Jerry has fell off a bit, so is Vintage. Actually, Derouge was in 9th, Derouge was chasing him, so Jerry must have had to spin and we've just missed it. As we see Total P's here coming across the line
with another fastest lap.
With another fastest lap. Being at that 2 thousandths of a second.
I think we should just give him a drive-through at the start of the next race.
I don't even think that was formed in, you know. As we see Ian, the fellow Scotsman of myself, taking P2. Actually, Big Ball was taking P2 as Ian had a penalty. And Dan, who's actually managed to make up 4 positions from the start, will cross the line in P4. And Claire will actually come across the line as well in P5. I'd expect MX to actually keep his position here. As Kenny, MX crosses the line in P6, Kenny's got to be P7, but Derouge is now coming around the final corner. Kenny does have penalties, so does MX.
Nah, I don't think he jumps him, does it? No.
And he doesn't manage to jump him, which is actually good news for Derouge as he will start P1. We see Jerry crossing the line in P9, Vintage P10. Jay Williams, who did start from pole, currently down in P11 unfortunately, with Harvey in P12. Forster has got to cross the line in P13, and then I think it was Lynx in P14 and Martin's in P15, with Jamie Robertson unfortunately dying.
Did he stay in the session or did he leave?
I think he stayed in the session, yeah. So we see Total P's pick up the driver of the day from the feature race, and to be quite honest, I kind of have to agree with the game. He had about 10 fastest laps. He came from the back, and yeah, the rest is history really. But we will see Total P start from P8. I wonder if the I wonder if the sprint race is going to be wet. It shouldn't be.
It's not usually. Usually if one's wet, the other one's dry.
As obviously you guys can see here, total P's with the fastest lap of a 121.6. Well over a second faster than anyone else on the grid here. The rest of the drivers will just be happy with the points that they've managed to get here so far, as we get ready to go into the sprint race. And I just had a quick look at my viewership on Twitch, and it did say that Total Peas was in my Twitch at some point, so he has been watching a little bit. We'll need that piss test by the end of the night, please. Total Peas obviously loves driving these F2 cars. And it is dry, so the sprint race is actually going to be really interesting here. And they don't actually need to pit in a sprint race, so... And Jamie Robertson has actually stayed in the session. He probably went for something to eat or something when he DNF'd. I know I would have. As Total P says in the chat, he'll send his sample in by tomorrow. I was quite looking forward to watching Emerson and P's fight, but obviously Emerson with that disconnection. That disconnection just came at the wrong time, didn't it really? As we see the guys set off now.
What a start from Kenny. Oh, MX! Oh. Not quite sure what happened there.
I ain't sure what happened here, but that was nasty.
Ian is still in the wall.
And straight away you can see that unfortunately for D Rouge, he was involved in that accident with MX. As we actually see Kenny here is a virtual safety car as well. And already Total Peas managed to pick up 5 positions too.
The Rouge nearly got rear-ended four-star there.
See, just all the drivers just to try and be a little bit careful under the DSC and also a safety car if one does come out. As Cody's is known to be a little twatish, as Total Peas is he's looking to get past Cotty now. They're side by side going into the final corner. Total Peas turned in maybe a little bit too early, I'm not entirely sure there, but both drivers are okay.
It's only Jamie Robertson that's pitted, I assume, for wing damage.
And he has also sped in the pit lane, and he has retired from the session. So this race has not really gone Jamie Robertson's way, unfortunately. Unfortunately for Jamie, these things just seem to happen in F2. There's not really much you can do about it, especially when you're just caught up in incidents.
According to the race director, MX, Dan, both collided with the Rouge. Jamie collided with a 4-star, and Big Balls and Total Peas also.
I'm not entirely sure what happened. To me, the way I seen it when I was in the broadcast section of it anyway, it seemed like maybe MX lost some traction. And as we all know, you lose traction off the start, and the car's either got to go left or it's got to go right. And unfortunately it went left, and MX managed to collide with a car or two. You can see Kenny right now, and Cort also setting fastest laps here.
Amazingly, he doesn't have wing damage. Neither does it weird.
As Kenny and Cort actually managed to pick up a penalty at exactly the same time in turn 1. So that is going to be good news for the current man in PV known as Total Peas, or Total Piss Test. As Total Peas will be looking to chase these guys down. He also has Big Balls just behind him here. Also, I was just sitting on board with Total Peas there. His car sounds so nice when it changes like when it upshifts. It's like a little dump
inside here.
Oh, as we get a little bit close here, P runs a little bit wide just to make sure there's room for both him and Claw. This has managed to make Big Balls actually get a little bit closer here because of this battle. As you can see from Ball's position here, Total Peas took a fantastic line through that final corner there. As we jump elsewhere, ENMC is currently in the inside of MX coming up to turn 1.
That big Total Peas thing that the move's done here.
They make a little bit of contact here. Both drivers are okay though.
Take a guess who has the fastest first sector.
I'm gonna guess Total. We actually see Total Peas does actually make it past Cort, as did Big Balls. So I think this is the closest battle going on right now, to be honest with you. As Total Peas is now looking to chase down Kenny. And I think now that after the past couple of races here, or the past few rounds here, everyone knows that Total Peas is probably the man to beat. So you are going to notice him if he is behind you. But I will say Kenny looks a lot better here in the dry. As Total Peas sets the fastest lap at 1:14.7.
That's probably my time trial time.
Yeah. As you see MX picking up a 3-second time penalty for the multiple warning. Same with Dan. See MX and Ian still fighting here. So Ian has the DRS here. Is he going to make this move stick though? Unfortunately no, although he does get a bit of a better exit here. And that DRS will beat MX's, so MX should keep this position quite easily. So we're currently looking around at the bottom here. James is not actually that far behind Ian as well, so as this battle keeps on going, James is just getting closer and closer. We all know James is not a fantastic lover of these F2 cars either. This time next week you might find that me, myself, Bruce and James might be doing commentary.
Can you imagine the three of us on the comms? Full grid of commentary.
So we see Ian getting very close to MX here. We actually see Total Peas fighting on top as well. As we rise up to the way here. As we just missed the overtake that Total Peas has actually managed to take P1 here from Kenny.
Ian is trying the outside again of MX.
These two have been going, there's a little bit of contact there. These two have been going at it for the last, like, basically 6.
James has caught right up to him that. This is about half a second in the last lap.
James is actually got to be sitting here hoping that these two keep battling.
Oh, a bit of a squeeze there from MX. And Ian gets the move done around the outside. That's a lovely move, that.
Yeah, that was a nice move. I was watching that from James's angle there. think the thing with this track, especially in the... Oh my god. I'm not even going to say it anymore, I'm sick of repeating myself. Yeah, I think the thing with this track, compared to the way, especially in that sector there where you see AMX and Ian King's neutral, it's a lot easier to overtake there, and you can do it as long as it's dry. Because we've seen a lot of drivers back out of it when in the feature race when it's wet. But you actually see Forster gaining time here on Dan as well. There also is, because it's a sprint race here, only the top 8 actually get points for the finish.
Yeah, I'm just watching Ian behind Vintage.
As Forster nearly collides with Dan there, but he manages to move out the way just in time.
Oh, the Rouge has pinned it.
Wait, what's that? That is in
I think he's in the pits.
He's retired in the the one thing I don't like about retiring in the pits, obviously we prefer drivers to retire in the pits. I don't like the fact that it brings out a yellow flag and it covers that section of the track. Because say, I don't know, say Ian and MX are side by side on the straight when he retires in the pits, Ian can't make the pass because of the yellow flag.
That's a bit silly.
Even though the retired car is not actually in the race, like it doesn't make any sense to me.
James has got past the MX.
When did that happen? I think that happened in turn 1.
He's looking at a move back.
He's got to have the DRS here on Vintage as well, actually. I think Vintage is just a bit too far in front for this DRS to actually be made full effect. Has Vintage changed his line at the last second here?
He did move back over in
that's just made it a lot easier for James to get up here with him. James is looking inside here.
That's weird.
Making sure he's leaving the space as well. That's a very nice move here. As MX actually comes up the back and actually makes contact with Vintage. Total P's is just doing the Total P's duds.
I think next week we should all get together and commentate Total P's.
I refuse to say what he's doing now. And still see Big Balls trailing Cod by about 3-4 times, so I never played 3-4 times.
All three-way battle here for P2 actually.
And he's grabbed DRS as well.
Big Balls has just set past this first sector as well.
Yeah. I think that'll be helped by the slipstream of clock here. Big Ball just looking to maybe go down the inside there, but he fought twice through it. Lost a lot of time to clock here because of thinking twice about that move.
Ian has got past Dan. MX has fallen further behind James now.
See Harvey picking up a time penalty as is points as well. Quite a few drivers picking up penalties here when it's dry. Which is a little weird to see. You also see Martins pick up one as well.
I've noticed the penalties are more strict when it's dry than when it's wet.
I think you know when you go to run wide and sometimes if you let off the throttle you actually get away with it.
Yeah.
I think it's because you do that more when it's wet anyway. When you're a lot bit more hesitant with the throttle, aren't you? Well, at least I know I am. As we actually see Total P's also pick up time penalty here. We actually jump on board here with Clark as he is getting very close to Kenny. Vintage picking up a 3-second time penalty as well. Big Balls is joining in this fight. Still as well at the back here. Just caught by a metre move. Cora is going for this move. He's going to try and outbrake Kenny here. Kenny turns in. And there is contact made by all three.
Big Balls got through, didn't he?
Personally for me here, I think Kenny should have maybe left a little bit more room there. But that'll be all down to the stewards at the end of the race. And if the driver himself actually wants to report it. But that collision there is actually managed for MUFC Harvey managed to get up to P4 now.
Yeah, Forster's on his gearbox.
Forster's right on his gearbox here. These two have been going at it for most of this race as well, to be honest. As you see, No Fan Dan actually jumps into the pit cell. He must have picked up maybe some ring damage, or he just didn't like the tyres anymore. As Harvey goes a little bit wide here.
Kenny actually has 6 seconds of penalty.
I think it's all came from turn 1. I know his first one came from turn 1, I think the second one did as well.
So Big Balls will actually jump in if he stays within that 6. He has no.
Because I know personally for me, turn 1 and the last turn are probably the worst ones for getting warnings, even into the penalties. As we actually see MX pick up another penalty here, and that was from turn 1 as well.
He gets the better exit.
Forster does have the DRS here. I don't think the DRS has got to be enough though. As he is got to have the brake. See Harvey's still on the outside side. Both on fighting for position here. This is the mad battle this. Forster actually picks up a time penalty. We're running a little bit wide here, making sure to give room to Harvey.
Ian's joined in. Oh, Ian's in the wall.
Ian is slammed into the wall.
There was contact from Forster.
For me, I think Forster was too busy handling the fight with Harvey. I don't actually think either drivers even noticed that Ian was there. And Forster goes into the back of Cort here.
Oh wow.
That is unfortunate.
The next will be happy, he's just moved up to 6th.
Oh,
James is gone.
James retired as well. James did retire in the pits.
Oh, is it the pits?
Yeah, it's in the pits, yeah.
I see that. It's so hard to see what drivers are on this track, man.
I'm a bit confused with all these touches and like crashes and stuff that's been happening. I'm not really sure about the Forster and Cod one. I think Slipstream may have played a little bit of a part in that one as well. As Jerry is actually AI here. And as I say that, he's
just retired on the track.
Just retired on the track. Unfortunately, Jerry, if you are on either stream, retiring on the track is frowned upon. Please next time make sure that you do it in the pits, as it does become a problem for the drivers on the actual track.
Not quite sure why he's done that. He was on the pit straight. Just go in the pits.
I think he may have planned to do it. He was sitting in AI when I jumped to. Can't remember who I jumped to actually see it. It may have been Dan. As we see, Total P's got to navigate the final 2 corners here. And Total P's
Penny
will
has
indeed
9 seconds of penalties driving.
Top Peas is going to take, and he is going to show off a little bit. No wonder,
a bit of
he
a
deserves it.
It'd be funny if he binned it though.
Top Peas is again take full points from this race.
Oh,
He's
Kenny!
his P1 in the
What's he doing?
race. As Kenny
Big
done
balls
his little
jumps in.
dancing car.
He got it well wrong though.
As we actually see
Harvey's not
MUSC
crossing.
Harvey cross the line in fourth, Forster cross the line in fifth. MX has got to cross in sixth, with Clough crossing the line in seventh. Vintage crossing the line in eighth. With Winston ninth. And we are currently just waiting on Mo Van Dan making his way around the final two corners, so we finish in 10th. I will admit, although Claude actually picked up points here, I think he's been a little bit hard done by with a couple of incidents. But that has got to be all she wrote from this week in the F2 Green Racing League. As we see Forster pick up the driver of the day for the sprint race. I would also like to add that the F2 League is partnering with Bruce himself to make it's a Tuesday.
Yeah,
right,
Tuesday 8 o'clock.
Tuesday 8 PM UK time. There is going to be an F1 league starting. It is only one tier as of now, depending on the drivers. We obviously want to, depending on the numbers of drivers that actually want to sign up. So if any of you are free on Tuesday and nothing to do, then we may see you there. That should be fun. Myself and Bruce and James and most of the admin guys actually will be involved in those races, I think. Should do anyway. We actually see here Total P's taking full points again at Austria. I don't really know what else to say about Total P's. He's like a robot.
We need to get some esports guys to challenge this guy.
He's like the Terminator, but he never says I'll be back because you don't actually see him. So he's just away.
You only see him in the sprint race when he's in 8th.
Yeah.
For a split second as he passes you.
Congratulations to Peas and the rest of the podium guys. And bad luck to some of the guys that didn't have the race that they were expecting. But we'll probably see you again same time next week. So, should be fun.